Yes, this na term for all Salon people and them party them. Sierra Leone Media will be bringing you a variety of programs ranging from documentaries to discussions, interviews, news, views, sports, and entertainment. Our programs will contain matters on development, governance, the economy, and issues that are of importance to Sierra Leone. So, no left BNO because we get Bebe program then like Salon discussion, meets the ministers, the president's hour, and the Gladi program. Look me, I look you. All this they start soon na www.sierragemedia.org. Now who's term these?
As we talk about burning issues ranging from politics to the economy, culture to sport, education to entertainment, corruption to the environment, we realize the Sierra Leone story is far from finished. So, Sierra Leone Media Production brings you Zoom In. Zoom In is the program that engages everyday people, entrepreneurs, inventors, entertainers, activists, policymakers, and politicians to discuss and debate issues relating to Sierra Leone. Zoom In digs deep into the issues and stories. Zoom In ensures the debate is pushed to another level. Zoom In asks those questions that has never been asked before. So, join me, host Chumaba.
I was raped multiple times by my aunt's boyfriend when I was 6.
I was repeatedly raped at the age of 8 by a close family member.
I was raped at 19. I didn't speak openly about it because I was ashamed and afraid that people would judge me.
I was raped at age 5 by my caregiver's husband.
On June 17th, 2020, 5-year-old Khadija Sakho, a beautiful little girl from Freetown, Sierra Leone, was repeatedly raped and strangled to death, allegedly by her own cousin. Her death shocked the nation. But in truth, in this small West African country, 9 out of 10 girls experience some form of sexual violence in their lifetime. Think about that for a second. 9 out of 10. That's 90%. My name is Aisha Sasay. I'm a journalist and activist. I'm joining forces with Idris Elba and other activists from across Sierra Leone to support the survivors of sexual violence with the Survivors Solidarity Fund. Please consider donating whatever you can afford. All monies raised will go to 4 local organizations currently providing free medical and legal services to survivors. 5-year-old Khadija lost her life to sexual violence. That same threat remains for millions of others. So this is also a call for you to use your voice, your power, to draw attention to an enduring culture of rape. Together, we must end it now. My name is Aisha Sase. I am Khadija Sako.
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 We are Khadija Sako.
We are all Khadija Sako.
When I was young, a lot of things were different. Unfortunately, most of the differences seen now are heartbreaking and are not good at all.
Before now, men were strong protectors of the weak, fathers, brothers, lovers, sons. Their mere presence guaranteed the safety of women and children.
But what do we do now?
Men harassing and raping women.
Men sexually abuse little girls.
Men battering and killing their wives.
Any form of sexual assault, be it rape, sexual abuse, or pedophilia, is a killer to human self-esteem.
Women should stop dying in silence. Speak now.
The rapist should be stigmatized, not the victim.
I think death sentence should be the consequence of such terrible acts.
And you mothers, build confidence in your children, put trust in them, listen to them when they make reports, and take necessary actions.
Talking of mothers before now, women were virtuous.
They were mothers, daughters, and sisters.
Nurturing, counseling, supporting their men folks.
But now,
women are trafficking female children for money.
Women are forced to be silenced.
All this must stop, and it must stop now.
Real men do not abuse, rape, or molest women and children. It is barbaric, unacceptable.
Let all real men stand with us.
Together, let's say an emphatic no to rape, sexual abuse, pedophilia, and domestic violence.
Of all the crimes committed against a person, rape is the one that leaves a person feeling very violated. A rape victim is often left with the feeling that a part of them has been torn apart.
To use another person's body and ignore the soul that resides within is one of the most outstandingly shocking crimes that one person can commit against another.
Some men harass and rape their women.
Some men sexually abuse underage girls.
Some men beat and kill their wives.
Any form of sexual assault is unacceptable.
There must be consent before you act.
Being in a relationship is not consent.
If they are not sober, they can't consent.
Flirting is not a consent.
We had sex before is not consent.
Silence, it's not consent.
Only an informed, sober, freely given, ongoing and enthusiastic yes is consent.
Women should stop dying in silence.
A man does not become a real man by physically dominating a woman. A man becomes a real man by loving, protecting, and respecting the woman.
Real men do not rape or abuse women and children.
Let all real men stand with us. And together, let's say no to child abuse, no to domestic violence, no to all forms of rape, being it spousal rape, intimate partner rape, child sex abuse, statutory rape, date rape.
The
Sierra Leone entertainment industry UK.
I was raped multiple times by my aunt's boyfriend when I was 6.
I was repeatedly raped at the age of 8 by a close family member.
I was raped at 19. I didn't speak openly about it because I was ashamed and afraid that people would judge me.
I was raped at age 5 by my caregiver's husband.
On June 17th, 2020, 5-year-old Khadija Sakho, a beautiful little girl from Freetown, Sierra Leone, was repeatedly raped and strangled to death, allegedly by her own cousin. Her death shocked the nation. But in truth, in this small West African country, 9 out of 10 girls experience some form of sexual violence in their lifetime. Think about that for a second. 9 out of 10. That's 90%. My name is Aisha Sase. I'm a journalist and activist. I'm joining forces with Idris Elba and other activists from across Sierra Leone to support the survivors of sexual violence with the Survivors Solidarity Fund. Please consider donating whatever you can afford. All monies raised will go to 4 local organizations currently providing free medical and legal services to survivors. 5-year-old Khadija lost her life to sexual violence. That same threat remains for millions of others. So this is also a call for you to use your voice, your power, to draw attention to an enduring culture of rape. Together, we must end it now. My name is Aisha Sase. I am Khadija Sakho.
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 We are Khadija Sakho.
We are all Khadija Sakho.
Silverstone Beats.
People killing, people dying, children hurting, hear them crying. You can practice what you preach, or would you turn the other cheek? Father, 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 help us, send some guidance from above. People got me questioning, where is the love?
See this life going evil, we all have to give, yeah, cause all I see is evil, and too much killing of my people, yeah. See, this can't seem really happen. This not to be education opportunity. Now in we need, let we learn for the share, not to ultimate for big greed. You see this life, the live, you see what we lose or we know. Stop killing one another. Let's stand together, yeah. Stop playing the hero, looking at each other like we're zero. On the block with a C, money dip and make every day pan pre, yeah.
Outright beat, they took our boys, they take our joy. Take our joy. This study time we stop now crime. Don't blind bodies like your future.
Stop the stabbing. Stop the killing. Let's love one another. Peace.
Where is the I see fighting every day, I see dying every day. Why don't we help each other and pave the way for a better life, a life that we all deserve? Instead of killing each other, why don't we preserve? So you wanna be a bad man, he's gonna be a badder man. You got a big knife, he's gonna get a bigger knife. Our people suffered for years in chains. Now we turn on each other, cut for gains. For the ones that send the youth to kill themselves, you pretend to be a father figure but only care for yourself. You are nothing but the flesh of the devil. You're evil, low life on another level. Think about the mothers and the pain they go through. You don't care for these kids, they mean nothing to you. But karma only knows the boomerang maneuver. One day the Green Reaper will be your remover.
They settle the range, ranting up some sanctimonious food. Is as poetic verses, ruminate a prophecy given to a sentient dude. So I say it's as it is for you to listen and deduce the wisdom that's gonna liberate and galvanize you. Under the sun ain't nothing new, that for black on black crimes and breaking news. Under the sun ain't nothing new.
You gotta stand up. Stand up for what you believe in. Gotta stand up. Stand up for what is right. 'Cause if you got me, then I've got you too.
on, you will never go far if you don't know where you're from. So I don't do it for myself, I'ma do it for the young. Please tell my brothers, let's do it for the youngest. Why spend a bag on a jumper? Back where you're from, people dying with hunger. With people then they suffer. You then I argue, they bluff, it's copper. You the game need for change. Let we not get up. Where's the love? Where's the love, yo? Where's the love? I said,
where is the love? Little youth, let's take time. Stop all the knife and the gun crime. Think of the future, paint that picture. Get a youth in the future. Peace gonna rain on me. Peace gonna rain on me. Yeah.
Let's stop the violence and come together. Get rid of knives and guns and bomb. Let's be together. With peace and love, golden hopes through storm and weather. See what is going on. Where is love?
Tell me, how do you feel when you see your brothers and sisters lying down the street helplessly? And what will you do if you die today and find yourself in hell?
I want to ask you this. Look inside your eyes and answer me with all the truth. Where you get, whose side the love they? When I left, Bokuman them get nef. If you live by the nef, you go suffer. You know get sense, you know sabi say nef not for butter. Stabbing guys, yeah that's uncool. When it comes to knives, yeah I'm anti. What happened to fighting guys with your hands, G? When you stab a man, it's not one man you stab. Just remember that you stab a whole family.
People killing, people dying, children hurt and hear them crying. You can practice what you preach, or you will turn the other cheek. Father, 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 help us, send some guidance from above. People got me questioning. Where is the love? Where is the love? Where is the love? Where is the love? The love, the love. Where is the love? Where is the love? Where is the love? The love, the love.
Our aim is to teach our pupils to be creative, critical thinkers, to be innovative, and to become the new entrepreneurs of Sierra Leone and Africa, moving the African continent beyond the 21st century.
Jobs are going to change. The nature of work is going to fundamentally change.
We realize companies are starting to hire on skills and not degrees.
Currently, I'm a self-taught coding beginner. I develop websites and basic applications. I've been interested in science and technology since I was 11. An up-to-date STEM lab gives us what we need, the tools, motivates us to do more.
The Scholarship and Innovation Working Group from Old Boys Association has been working with both Reverend Canon Ken Davis and Canon Lashite to see how they can increase science and STEM at the school.
STEM is important because pupils can learn how to solve real-world situations and pursue careers in web development, artificial intelligence, robotics, chemical engineering, and the sky is the limit to what a pupil can do.
So our vision for the future entails computing capability that would create a STEM innovation lab to provide all students with practical, engaging, and self-learning opportunities to gain digital skills.
One of the use of the microbit is to test for science experiments. In the case of agricultural science, we want to test for the soil. You can download the information about the type of soil on your computer, and then you take the microbit, download the information on the microbit.
STEM gives us the knowledge, gives us the capacity with the science, the technology, engineering, and mathematics. It helps you to be able to prepare for the future, to be able to earn your place in the future workplace.
The coding club is new, and we only have a few members for now. And very soon we will have a big coding club.
Let us give the young people the tools to become critical minerals or miners of their thoughts and ideas that will develop our countries, and also for them to play their part in creating a conceivable world.
All donations are appreciated, and all funds raised will go towards the development, implementation, and management of this first of a kind digital STEM lab in Sierra Leone. Sierra Leone Grammar School, empowering students for tomorrow's world.
Hello, Fambulem. Una good afternoon, good evening, good morning, and good night, depending on whose partner the world you day. Welcome to Sierra Media platform on our Tuesday Zooming In program today. Now, an exclusive we get. We appreciate Una as always for your support and everything, and continue for follow. We here you get a conversation. You'll be part of that opinion and conversation, and you get right for ask you questions. Like Koki always say, please keep them clean, be as energetic as possible, as passionate as possible, but let's make sure say we respect we guests as well as fellow participant them na the chat group, and depending on whose part you watch. You really watch from YouTube as well. Welcome. You really watch from the Sierra Media official page as well. We say welcome to Una all. Today zooming in as we don't advertise, and we want to apologize again because this program na a deferred program we don't do last week, but Una all we know the one wall they stand still because of the US elections. So we been say we're not going to do justice. So we guess they're within America where they participate in the elections, because no one let them miss out on this important conversation we get today. So we said today we will get for Una, Honorable Chericoco Ramadan Majuba, when are the leader of the opposition, now the Sierra Leone Parliament, and also member of Parliament for the APC constituency 126. We don't do 3 terms now, so we'll get on today. It don't say we would only be in but in schedule no permit for let we get live now. So, but again, we that people they believe God, this is the right time, and we're gonna have a relaxing conversation and ask them some things that we possibly would only hear more than our social media and other quarters, and see how much you're able for let we in. So join the conversation. You say get right for sending you questions, and we will try for make sure say we send them question in the me Najuma Ba, una host, as well as I get my colleagues T-Boy, Sylvester Dugba, when our creative director. T-Boy, say hello to family.
Pamula Kusha Kabo, and welcome back again once more to the platform. Today this if Alamaka see what you do. It's fine because you.
I don't tell you say I mean they lead you they follow. So
it's fine because you.
Anyway,
I get more surprised when they come.
All right,
anyway,
let's wait. You can see the.
Well, no problem. It's say me the box inside the box they were packed with all the things they were inside the thing. Then you go see them. No worry.
No
I didn't listen for you one from tomorrow.
The box where you get now me get the factory where they make the box. So end of.
Now me get the raw material and where you make you get the factory where they make the box.
All right. Well, now we'll continue that competition the later. I'll go to Femi Pama with technical man. Femi, please say hello to Fambulem.
Fambulem, welcome.
Femi always a smile, elect for melts pauna.
It's not
you know,
problem.
I don't know what
you look get me now minding this year soon. May not be oh. Anyway, Fambulem. thank you on join me. Without you guys, we couldn't make this happen. So thank you, and thank you.
All right. Like I say, they look forward for wonderful and fruitful conversation here today. We have Honorable Chairman Ramadan Majuba. You don't tune in. You can send on to your party them, let them self be watch and be part of this conversation because let not be saying I tell them, we tell all them we want for ask this question, then able for ask. I go welcome to Honorable Chairman Ramadan Majuba. We all man they call Chericoco. Today we can't tell me publicly high one for our address and because I know one problem. Honorable, welcome, sir.
Thank you very much, and thank you for having me in the program.
All right, Honorable, welcome. So before we start, tell me how you will address you today for the purpose of this conversation. The Honorable Chairman Ramadan Majuba, Honorable Chairman Majuba, Honorable Chericoco, which is which?
I should say you still remember saying I'm a politician. Not only they decide how they call me, not the public they decide. So whatever way you want to call me, all I can do now for be comfortable with the way you call me.
All right, wonderful. All right, thank you so much. So with a start day, you done day in Sierra Leone, whatever we want to say, as young as you are, you're a senior citizen of that country, you're a senior statesman of that country, salon in go before one, salon in one place, one salon in integration, you get a big role for play. So we welcome you, we appreciate you, and we hope say the conversation today go help inform and educate the audience about things that we sometimes we can assume a lot. And you therefore forgive we for assume because we don't go assume because we don't know. So now make we call you for can talk to we. But before we go far, I want to tell Fambulem say this program we will be interchanging, conversation. Sometimes we go a little bit English, sometimes Creole, based, because of the global audience where we get. Just like how media, a lot of people don't hear your name. A lot of people don't see you, but they don't know who that's now this Honorable Chairman Ramadan Majuba or Chericoco. So we want to let you use this platform for let you introduce the three cap the way you were. Honorable Chairman Majuba, the politician, the statesman, and the person in self, who that's now Honorable Chairman Ramadan Majuba Chericoco.
Probably the first two, then are the public domain because as little as it might be, today if you Google Honorable Chairman Ramadan from any search engine in the world, my name will come up. And you will see some certain things in my political life and my professional life. But indeed, yes, I get things in way personal and then they be on the screen and they be on the search engines. In my public knowledge, say I'm married and I get three picking them. My public knowledge say I'm a lawyer, we don't practice for over 20 years. My public knowledge for say I'm a member of Parliament, they serve in third term. My public knowledge for say I've been Deputy Speaker of the House of Parliament. And now they lead the opposition. And just before the last elections, I run for the APC as the Deputy Standard Bearer. That is now the running mate to Dr. Samura Kamara. I pursue exports. I don't participate in plenty activities. I've been at the ECOWAS Parliament for quite a while. And up to this point in time, from 2013, I'm on the serve as leader of the Sierra Leone delegation. I don't do plenty. I don't participate and take part in plenty things way for define me. But most importantly, the chairman of bar, where you talk to so a person way always listen to people. We're very religious, very peaceful, but most importantly, very patriotic. I put Salon above all what they do, and perhaps that's make I've been at the APC because the APC as a party they think for and cater always for the ordinary man and woman on the street. we party, not a bourgeois party. The things they want, not for the bourgeois. Well, I'm not going to say we are the Democrats in the United States, but definitely we are the party where they think about the ordinary man and woman. They can call them the grassroots, even though my own definition of grassroots different. Because myself are grassroots, even though I'm a lawyer for over 20 years, but I'm a grassroots. Grassroots no mean who don't they afford, but possibly they understand the ordinary man and woman, the way of life and the strength we go through. I get a very humble background. It's how I born about kids. Think you belong past me.
Yeah.
This is now one small culture shop where they sell bread and butter. From that point to also so I shall say I don't work through a long road. We don't teach me plenty lessons.
Good lessons, bad lessons. One that will help or shape you.
It will help or shape me because they're all good. When I enter St. Edward's in Form 1, I've been the commander of the culture shop, they go there. But I've been in a class with people where them papa then have been multimillionaires, will be own plenty businesses, some papa have been ministers and CEOs of various parastatals. But I fit in, I not allow them for shape my life. And they say not allow me for shape their life, but collectively we all shape our lives and together, each and every one of we learn the good things we one day give and pass on to the other one. It not make I forget to say I come out because the channel 1972 and the same channel today. I spend 10 more with the ordinary man and woman on the street, and they feel for and with them because myself don't go through the journey. I don't go through the road. I don't walk the walk. So I know what it means for go through that day. But it shaped me for good.
Okay, thank you so much for that. Well, for those of us listening and those of you listening, you've heard from Honorable General Ramadan Majuba, the leader of the opposition in the Sierra Leone Parliament, APC politician, third-term member of Parliament. He's a seasoned lawyer that practiced for over 20 years, and he considers himself a grassroots man, not the negative connotation of who a grassroots is, but someone who relates with the everyday people, who can connect with people. So that's what he just stated here. So, Honorable, because of all those, hats, we'll divide our interview, our discussion today to three main issues. We'll talk first about the APC party, and we'll talk about specifically the House of Parliament, and then national issues. I hope you're okay with that.
Why not?
And then if, time permits, definitely Tiboy will jump in with questions or comments from our viewers as well. So let's start with the APC party. APC is in opposition, almost 3 years since the party lost the 2018 elections. Do you think the party has been able to reposition itself as a formidable opposition and a party that is ready to compete in the 2023 elections?
I'll start with the latter. Definitely, we are ready to compete in the 2023 elections. Definitely. And as a formidable and a potent opposition, we've done our best. Even though perceptions might differ, and in politics, perception has a lot of roles to play. The roles are diverse, they're many. But basically, we have done our bit, we'll continue to do more. There are those who always think that, as an opposition, you should always be fighting. You should always be in a combative mode. But being in the opposition, we are also part of governance. So we only engage in a combative mode or participate in combative positions when the need arises and when they are necessary. But otherwise, I'm sure you've been following the political trend in Sierra Leone since we lost in 2018, even though we still have our matters calling for the questioning the elections in court. The one that was brought by Dr. Samura Kamara and some members of the party, and that which was brought by Dr. Sylvia Blyden are still in court. But yet still, as a responsible opposition, we have supported government to the best of our ability in ensuring that the state machinery continues to run. We have not done anything to stop the wheels. Most government appointments, including even today, we approved three ambassador designates, 2 as deputies, 1 to Ethiopia, 1 to Germany, and the other one was going to, and then we approved Ambassador Joe Blair, who was nominated by the president to serve as chairman of NATCOM, etc. As recent as today, we have supported most. When I say most, I mean most, because over 95% of government appointments and others. And their bills, their agreements, we ratified agreements today, one supporting the revamping of the flour mill and the other establishing a new one. That amongst many other things we've done. I'm sure you've been following. The few times we've had challenges with them have been constitutional challenges, including today. They laid 4 statutory instruments in Parliament today, and we challenged all 4 of them because we believed in chamber this morning that some of them are contrary to what the Constitution provides for, more so Section 23(7), because there are punitive measures there. And the other 2 also contravenes our very financial provisions that we are supposed to guard and guard jealously. So by and large, we've been supporting government a lot. But when we believe that things are not going the right way, we will definitely not support, and we've not been supporting. You followed some of the instances in the past, the establishment of the Commission of Inquiry, their act in the 110 by-elections, which we won, and NEC refused to announce the results and have called again for another by-election. These are the areas where we've had differences, and you don't expect us to cooperate when we know what they're doing goes exactly against the very laws we're supposed to guard.
All right, thank you so much. That will lead me to another question. For this one is party specific. That has been rumors there, small talks around that the party is struggling to stay together, to stay united, mainly at the leadership level. Is this true?
Well, it depends on the connotation or the context in which people are making these statements. But like in any football match, or in any football league, sorry, in the United States, you have your baseball, and in other parts of Europe, they have soccer, or they might have rugby. There will always be competition. There will always be competition. And as a party, we've tried our best to make sure that the competition so far has been very healthy. And at the end of the day, there is a common understanding that whoever survives to clinch the desire of the people by getting elected at the relevant conventions will be supported by the rest. So far, that is the situation. There will never be total unity until you go for the end. When you watch the Premier League, you know what happened, was it 2 days ago, when you guys lost 3-0 to Aston Villa, part of the competition. You went to the pitch anticipating to win, but at the end of the day, you were 3 goals down and 3 points down. That is also similar in politics. Those who are interested in being flag bearers are definitely many. And you can't stop them, because if they're right, if they're entitled to. But so far, it has been healthy and people are moving. And I believe that as a party, we'll continue to work together so that at the end of the day, the party, first Sierra Leone, and then the party. And there is no way we will promote or push Sierra Leone if as a party we are not together. I want to assure you that by the time we come from the convention, where a flag bearer will be elected, definitely you will see everybody again together moving forward to 2023. Because our vision and goal is to ensure that the SLPP is voted out of office in 2023.
Okay. Yeah, so leading to that as well, you say, of course, there's competition is healthy, there's going to be competition regardless, and the word total unity, it's not going to be achieved until you reach the end. So
Joe Biden is president-elect.
Right.
All of us know what has been going on behind the scenes, up to even the day for elections.
Right. So these are things that are expected in politics or in any competition. Is that what you're saying?
Yes, but they should just be healthy, and that is what we've been practicing so far.
Okay. So what is your relationship with, stakeholders in the party? You as Honorable Chairman Majuba, leader of the opposition, because, the reason I ask this, I know, there's so many links, things, moving parts, puzzles that comes together. But then...
Sorry? my way of life, my relationship with people does not give space for bad blood. Never. That's the way I've treated all my life, and it will continue. But may I make one thing clear also?
Go ahead.
I am working with my flag bearer that I worked with in 2018, Dr. Samura Kamara. We're still working together, and our relationship is fantastic. We were a team then, we are a team now, and we will be a team tomorrow. That I want to make clear. And my relationship with stakeholders, I don't want to just limit it to stakeholders.
Okay.
My relationship with stakeholders, including the rank and file of the party, that is those who make up the majority, not just the few of us who are at the top trying to provide leadership. My relationship with the rank and file of the party is very good and healthy. It's an excellent one, and it will continue to be that way. My relationship with people is what matters. As a politician, perception counts a lot. So the way people think and feel about you also plays a role. And that is why I will tell you for certain, without any iota of doubt, that I have a very good relationship with everyone in the party, the rank and file, even those who attempt to criticize me once in a while. It's their right to do, but my relationship with them have stayed stronger, and it will continue to be strong. I might need them after the convention, and even if I don't need them as a person, I will need them as a party. And my relationship as a leader in this party is to keep people together.
Okay. And so again, leading up to that now, your relationship as leader of the opposition, because you're there in Parliament representing the APC, we want to understand, because there's a political party and you have a constitutional mandate in Parliament. You know, like you say, you're part of the government's machinery. So are you working in isolation as leader of the opposition and your parliamentarians from that of the party, or you're working in tangent with the party representing the party's interests and the people of Sierra Leone?
Juma, the first mistake any leader will make, not just in Parliament, but anywhere, any leader, even if you're the president, is when you go opposite to your party. We are practicing party politics. That is what obtains in Sierra Leone. You cannot go against your party. The only fortunate thing I have is that my party is, as I said earlier, is also supporting government. We are only not supporting government when they do things out of the law, the illegal arrests, when we file matters in court and they are not being heard, or when they want to bring in bills or agreement that goes against our existing laws. Those will go against. And even as an individual, I will go against them. But even as a party, we'll go against them. My party will not go against government when things make sense. And you can see that from 2018, when we lost the elections, to today, the party has not opposed or done anything contrary to what is good. All the party has criticized, raised concerns on, or condemned are those that we believe as a party goes against the very laws which we are supposed to be using to govern us. You saw what happened when it came to the approval of the judges, the establishment of the Commission of Inquiry, as I talked about the 110 elections, what happened in Tonko and the decision of the party. These are the issues that the party have raised, and they will continue to raise them because they go against the laws. So don't expect the party to tell me to do anything wrong, because they've not done in the past and they will not do. And myself, I will not do anything without consulting. But I want to assure you that the party will not push me to do anything that just because they want to condemn or oppose government. They've not done it in the past and they will not do it tomorrow.
Okay. All right. Thank you for those listening. We're having an exclusive interview with Honorable Cherno Ramadan Majuba, leader of the opposition in the Sierra Leone Parliament and senior APC politician. We're going to go now to Chiboy. I know there are so many people are eager, wants to ask questions, wants to comment, but we'll leave that for now. Let's go to House of Parliament, Honorable, if you may. Because the Parliament is very important as one of the arms of government. We've had so many things recently. We've seen unprecedented happenings in this fifth Parliament. It's been exciting and interesting parliament, and you're part of the leadership. So, and you've been a deputy speaker before now. So we can't, at least we can't go without asking you questions about the parliament specifically. So the fifth parliament has been on the spotlight for all the wrong reasons. People are expressing disappointment on our lawmakers. Being the leader of the opposition, what do you think is responsible for all this?
Thank you very much. But Juma, may I come back to your question? Your question seems to be skewed to one direction. The parliament
I'm provoking the conversation on behalf of the people.
The parliament has also been on the limelight for good reasons.
Okay.
As I said, we've done so many things during the last 2.5 years. When things are negative, they get quick publicity. It's like the fire.
Yeah, but Honorable, quickly, people are not expecting the parliament to be on the spotlight for the wrong reason. So that's why it's more important. That's why people are concerned. It's happening now more than ever before.
Yes, definitely it's happening now more than ever before. But I'm shocked for people not to expect that, because I'm sure you live in the United States, right?
For now, yes.
You're there for now?
Yes.
I'm sure you're following the Congress and the Senate. You follow the events there between your Speaker, Nancy Pelosi, and President Trump, or Pelosi and several other people.
Right.
And you go to the Senate again, Mitch McConnell and others. These reasons will always arise, but it depends on how you handle them. But definitely, the reasons will always be there. So maybe you have to be specific, but I want to tell you again.
Well, let me cite examples, sir.
Thank you very much.
From the onset, we saw for the first time, security forces going there, manhandling members of parliament. That's one. Secondly,
unfortunate story, bad news, never expected. The only parliament in the world it has happened.
And
no excuse for that.
We've seen now other members of parliament accusing the Sierra Leone Parliament of being corrupt, accepting bribe, all of those things.
Well, basically, on this one, I would say, since the honorable members themselves are facing the Committee on Privileges and Ethics, I would not want to say more on this. Maybe when the committee brings out its report, or they themselves come to the plenary to address us, that is, I'm referring to the members of parliament, then I'll be on a proper footing, because I will not normally use the word sub judice when we don't go through the formal court settings. But in parliament, again, when you go before the Committee on Ethics and Privileges, you are like in a quasi-court. So I don't want to prejudice what is happening there. But I want to assure you that, as I said earlier, as politicians, we should be worried when perceptions are mentioned, because it's very, very important in shaping one's political life. But also perceptions are perceptions. So we're waiting for the outcome and the conclusion. You will remember we spoke once when you called me to take an interview. You said I had always been escaping your interviews. I don't want to say I've been very busy. It's one of the things I told you about. When you say the parliament is corrupt, it's an umbrella accusation. All of us. And I said, some members of my party criticized me for seconding the motion when the member of parliament who supported the perception was sent to the Committee on Ethics and Privileges. But later on, they understood, because yes, my party had their position, but as a member of parliament, again, I told them, if I don't exonerate myself now, when I come back to you, the very elders and leaders of the party, if I start talking to you, you say, you just left me. You not been part of the one that made us corrupt in parliament.
So can you clarify that for us? Because I had a specific question about that, you seconding the motion, whether I do. Can you explain the background behind that so people will understand, or at least?
Definitely. Basically, the decision to send the members to the Committee on Privilege and Ethics was reached at a leadership meeting. Whatever decisions we take are collective. So I will tell you, I was part of it. It was collective. So, and because it was a leadership decision and our integrity and image were also at stake, Nobody could have done it, but since it's a leadership decision, it's a House decision, it was moved by the leader of government business and had to be seconded by the leader of the opposition. If I was not there, my deputy would have done. But I was in chamber and I had to do it because the decision came from the leadership. But it had to be endorsed at the plenary before taking it to the Committee on Ethics and Privileges, and which is exactly what we did. But as I said again, Juma, if somebody says there is a perception that you're corrupt, and that person is trying to justify the perception, the first thing you'll do, I'm sure, is to make sure you get the facts, because you don't want to be condemned on perception. And I'm a politician. Perception, image, and integrity count a lot. And I am a member of the House, like any other member of Parliament. When you make blanket statements, I'm sure you still recollect that my friend Tommy of Carl, who led Tommy. Yeah. Himself, he made it very clear that the perception is not in all members. It was on 98.1, it was very clear. But for the public, all members are corrupt.
Correct.
And the only way you can clean up is when evidence is adduced, or if not, you want to get justification. This is my third time in Parliament. We spent a lot of time there. Building your character and image is not done overnight, but destroying it is overnight. So that is why I told them, as I said, some in my party, not all, because most supported me, but there were a few who said, before them second them. But when I explained to them, I said, I will not second it, but when I come back to you in a month or few months from now to seek for any other thing, you say, well, you leave me alone. You are part of those corrupt MPs. Then what will I say? Nothing.
So in a nutshell, you did it firstly because that's what the process in Parliament, and secondly,
to clean up the image of members of Parliament, not just
an opportunity to at least come out and explain what they meant by Parliament being corrupt, and if they are individuals or generally. Is that the whole Parliament?
Yeah, that is it.
Okay, all right. Thanks for clarifying that. Well, at least, okay, so let's go again to the opposition. I know you answered this question, but I want you to be clear. People, again, it's perception, and we're in the media to help, ask those questions that people are not opportune to ask. So people are saying the opposition, meaning the APC, is not effective, and you are not doing enough to hold governments accountable. What do you have to say about these accusations?
Again, I will not go to perception, but the statistics are there. As I said, not just in Parliament, but as a party, we have raised issues and condemned all those things we believe as a party and as members of Parliament representing the APC are not correct. I'm not talking about the killings in Makeni or incidents in Tombo. You followed the media. You saw our position. You saw what we did. And till date, we are doing similar things. We continue to engage government in seeing reason to address certain issues. You followed the debate on the commissions of inquiry. Our positions were clear. They are still on record. When they nominated the judges, our positions are there. They are clear. As recent as a week or two ago, I sent a letter to the Attorney General Minister of Justice on his position for the audit on COVID funds. As I said, as recent as this morning, we challenged the tabling of 4 regulations dealing with COVID-19. Basically, it depends on where you are or what you look at a particular point in time. But I will tell you again, if you do a survey, at least 80 or more % of our supporters are satisfied and happy with what we are doing because they are following the trend. You will always have critics, Juma. You should expect critics in politics. Don't forget that we just talked about not the vision, but the aspirations of the party. There are those who will see me as leader of the opposition working with Dr. Samura Kamara. There are others who will not want Dr. Samura Kamara and have those that they are supporting. The best way for them is to cry down Chericoco, because when we do, we think we are getting at Dr. Samura Kamara. They will not tell you what they are doing. They will tell you what Juma is not doing. And don't forget, Juma, as I said, we are almost 3 years into office as an opposition. If your memory serves you right, our MPs are still together. We are still intact. We are still a team. We are still working together. It takes leadership to do that. I'm sure you know what I'm talking about. Go back a few years to have an opposition in totality. For you to have us as a team, as a group, it takes real and true leadership to keep your team together. And I'll tell you, our team in Parliament is still together with one voice, working towards the same direction. And that is what the party expects, and that is what the party is getting.
Okay. All right. Thank you so much. And we did get let's call them advocates the way they say, you know, lots guy for mix and small inside Creole. All right, we'll definitely listen to you and we'll honor that as well. The
normal talk full as
well, possibly at the end, I'll make it talk full as well. Okay. So we will listen, and the next part we will go na Creole small, and we will still mix up because we get international audience really watch as well from afar. I will come to Sylvester Duba, T-Boy. They can tell we waiting at the exciting thing that really happen at the chat group. And also you were just you've been listening to Honorable Cherno Ramadan Majuba, leader of the opposition in the 5th Sierra Leone Parliament, and also a senior APC politician. Over to you, T-Boy.
Papa, I don't know what's it for say. You see, when you come to me, now you have to come become biased. Say you can't talk Creole now. After I speak.
Talk Kono now. If you talk Kono, say
for help because the Creole good for me.
Yeah, Honorable cannot say it Kono as well.
No, you can't disgrace me now. Let me talk Kono for me own village, not for you. But anyway, the chat room is so engaging. Honorable, I know you that people will ask you all the questions because they're it.
I know.
You get like a one person where they ask like 5 questions, but I will go through some of the questions. There is 3 specific questions where I want for pay attention to, but I also want to make you answer either one of any of the one them. If you want to answer all 3 of them, fine. But the first question where I will bring come to you. Now, one way say, good evening to all. My question is for Honorable Ba. The APC was the most stable government Sierra Leone have after war. They ruled for 2 terms, and yet still there is not good medical facilities in the country and no running water. Why should we vote APC 2023? That's one question. The second question, the person asked like 5 questions, but I think this person gets specific in the way I feel say I for focus on more, because more or less the same question and they appear on the same different question list. But this person in your questions say, I saw salon and few places in the country years ago and visiting back home. Things are deteriorating year after year. Example, the ferry port 10 years ago and now ain't the same. And then he also say, why do politicians and kids study abroad and masses don't even have up-to-date form of education? Talking about minorities. Our leaders can have big buildings and the like, but we cannot build the nation's football fields, recreational centers, successful vocational education. That's not the second question. One more way I want for council. Now, an early question again where the person say, right, Sierra Leone has been ruled the longest by your party. Why are we still backward? Your party was 11 years in power. Why is our country so underdeveloped?
It's similar to the first question.
It's similar to the first question. So basically, these are some of the questions on the chat.
No, give an opportunity for answer that. There is one more question, sir, where I just want to put possibly go answer them later. And this is specific to what's happening now as a leader of the opposition, why was the state of emergency bill approved by leaders of political parties without being debated in the House and open for vote taking? So now so the person asking question.
You question very specifically and up to because the other questions are all political.
Okay, all right.
Thank you.
All right.
Basically, T-Boy.
Yes, sir.
Yes, I want to tell the people plenty thank you. But the answers are very short and straight. Firstly, the person will calculate, say, APC don't stay longest in governance than any other party. I don't know whose calculator you use, but I will ask him to go back and check. But definitely it's not true. When you check the figures then, it's not true. But that's not secondary. All I will say to the person is, APC only will point at and show today by way of any infrastructural development in this country, things the way APC do. Whether in the 70s or 80s or the President Anes Barikoma era. Nothing else. Just last week, I've been in a Parliament, the Minkan with his car power ship for give them contract for 5 years.
Okay, which are the car power ship?
For electricity.
Okay. Okay.
I was very simple and straight. I just tell the minister, say, I ask them for just one favor and not much. If you're not able to improve, but maintain the EBK legacy. The APC meet electricity at 1% in 2007, 5 megawatts. By the time we will left, we will not increase until almost 30 or more megawatts. This is not uninterrupted. Not to the other one, they will come like 50, 60 load shedding the drop from 1%. And again, it talked about the health systems. Why then for vote for the APC back in 2023, where the health system, the way they meet, nothing for write home about. Again, the records are there. Apart from the free health for the maternal, lactating, and under 5s, where former President Koma introduced when he came in 2007. Again, with all the achievements, also we left another day. If we want to follow recently, when we get the COVID outbreak, this government be only able for stepping quick because of the infrastructure where they meet. If an Escoma be left, like how Tijan Kaba left, we'll be for in some serious mess and disaster. But the ambulances were there, the expertise were there, where they deal with isolation and quarantine, etc. People had been trained. Yes, we did far for reach, but what happened in the last 10 years, definitely in a serious plus and advantage for this country. And if APC been win 2018, we still did. I should say for don't push go before. But from where we lost to now, not beyond we go, not to before we go. All the things that we achieve, instead of they even maintain them, because they're not able to improve them, retrogress and they retrogress. So basically, plenty reason there for vote the APC. As I say, you come, and not like for the talk like them other politicians, we will say this bridge, that building. No, it goes beyond that. Make it always say, show we one infrastructural project, major. The major roads that we do the last 10 years, that was it. From when we take over, no major road, no do. The recent building when I just opened last Friday, the new city council building, basically they are tangibles. They are tangibles. If we've been there, sometimes we don't do the new airport. Now when we talk about for do a new terminal in Lunge, the terminal will get right now underutilized. But when they talk, when they go on for do a new terminal. Does it make sense? The public will judge and they will decide. Because what people they complain about Lunge access, not to building. Access is not the problem. So if we go invest more money, if we go do a new terminal, then also that might a serious challenge. But most importantly, again, as I could say, yes, the things that will happen in the last 10 years, if we win 2018 and continue, we will progress more. But unfortunately, we lost the elections under whatever circumstance we will not go debate now. As I said, the matters are still in court. But instead of maintaining even voting, we be done left at the end we go. And again, somebody talk about we talk the way we'll be done the year, but for more the nursery. See them politicians and picking and they overseas and they go school and they go college. I don't know how many of them, because most of them picking and they are, they go school here. Naya Mrs. go school, Naya go university. They picking and they are, they go school here. My family they are basically. And me are just one of many. I know plenty of politicians when they're picking and they are. Sometimes someday when they left way, come like diaspora, I can work, I don't let them picking and they. And few more sometimes when they're picking and I'm going to do postgraduate or other things. But majority of the politicians they're picking and they now. And again, when they talk about building houses and building this, I don't want we confuse the environment they want to live. Beaucoup people know they build house park because they're not politicians. Now because they're able to earn for build house. Beaucoup people they don't build house before they come into politics. People in their profession, people in their businesses. When one small businessman in Abacha Street build big house, they say, or a foreigner, say this man they get plenty money. But when a politician builds small house, they say also pull money for build house. As Sierra Leoneans, we need to change the narrative. You don't expect somebody for work for 10, 20 years and able to build small house. Then you no need for work.
But just a quick one. But now that like the commission of inquiry, now that to say that all APC.
The commission do. Now disgrace. The commission come and do that. They embarrass themselves because the message where they give totally wrong. People and they now where they in governance where they build houses. Now I talk to you. People in this government, we don't do 2-3 years, and they build houses. Because if you get salary, you decide to invest your salary per building. But I don't know how they pull this so-called property value. For you watch property, you call them $5 million. Where you don't ever see $5 yourself. I wonder, people don't know what's in a $5 million basically. People don't know what's in a $1 million. You there, America, you know where they show you $5 million house, how we look like. Not a total complex. With swimming pool and all the facilities with it. These are the United States where property more expensive. You know what in labor meaning that? Right. So property where they buy $5 million in America. So if you check here $2 million, you go buy the same property. Okay. So they don't create a perception where people don't believe. And they are building houses. And they're able for billion because if you afford that, you get for billion. Some of them don't build houses them before going to politics. I get a profession, they do well in my profession. We get lawyers the way they build houses. So you expect it because me, chairman, on a politician, even though I practice my law, that lawyer they build house. Me not for able for build house. Then why are they practice? But again, as I said, that the perception we don't go out, and we the politicians will get a lot for change the perception and the narrative because we don't get wrong pictures out. Today in a parliament, we ratified 2 agreements, as I said earlier. The agreement has to do with the revamping of the flour mill and the establishment of a new one. In the agreement, they get a lot of tax breaks and tax waivers. So I just tell the speaker and the colleagues and say, these are the things that we the SLP people they use for campaign. Say they can plug holes, they can plug gaps. But how you go able to attract investment when you compete with countries like Eastern Europe and other parts of Africa? We get better roads, we get energy. If you yourself not get what you give. The only thing where you for the expect, if you get tax breaks, maybe tax breaks not make you lose far more than what you go earn by way of employment or other things when they come back to the state. What you they give, not for more than what you they get. But you can forgive. But this again are the same political points where people can be trying for score. And when we continue for doing, we're not sincere with ourselves as politicians, we will continue for getting challenges here. So again, as I say, I want to tell the people who ask the questions and plenty. Thank you. Okay. And one for assurance say, we will make progress, but with APC 2023, we will make more progress. And the development that we see between 2007 and March 2018, then we'll see them because we will accelerate them back.
All right. You want for manage for answer the other question will be asked.
Yes, I have to. Very important.
Yeah, about the environment of emergency.
I want you repeat the question so the audience will follow because.
Okay. So the question here.
The question where you ask.
Yes, sir.
Should the person will ask the question, not follow the event, but ask, then I go answer again.
All right. So the question say, as a leader of the opposition, why was the state of emergency bill approved by the leaders of political party without being debated in the House and an open vote taken? So now, so the person asked the question.
So first, number one, not all the leaders them approve them, the parliament approve them. So then at one point, as I said, because the person will ask the question, no, Either it don't, because it don't taste or they don't lose strength or something, but in question, not in place. One, not only leaders, they approve motions or bills or this not parliament. Now, like any other member of parliament, they will support. So basically, the House approve. But most importantly, that come to the one way more important. Again, we debate them. So for they say we not debate them again. I'm sure the tapes are all over. People follow. We spent hours debating. And votes were taken. But the votes be unanimous. The entire parliament support them, government and opposition. So for they say they not take vote back, again, now another challenge. So firstly, like come back, now parliament approve, to leaders approve. Secondly, then debate the state of emergency. Thirdly, votes were taken, but the votes were unanimous. We not get any dissenting voice. Nobody no go against them. And I go tell you, we did it because we believe so what we've been doing at that point are the right thing. For save lives and forget what we said, far more important. Every life where you lost in this country, for be something we're already happy with, not just as leaders, but as Sierra Leoneans. Nobody knows for loss in life through COVID. Unfortunately, they happen, but we believe, say, by supporting the state of emergency, we will assist government to make sure, say, they're able to put measures in place for arrest the COVID before it escalates. But again, we were disappointed by the previous Attorney General. And I say in the parliament this morning, as I say, when they can't lay the 4 regulations.
Okay.
I don't know whose book he been read from. I don't know whose law book he been read from, or whose view he been get. Normally, people need to know this. In 2015, we renew them in 2016. The procedure very standard, is straightforward. Although you say you not believe in precedent, but I don't know whose lawyer they will not believe in precedent. Because if you're not a lawyer and not believe in precedent, then I wonder also you study your law, because precedent is a whole component of law. First, now like you know they give picking name when you're not born at it.
Okay.
I know say they happen to Unayanda. But what will they expect? You know they give picking name, you're not born at it. Because God they make you get picking. So the procedures are first, you get for approve the proclamation where they pronounce the state of emergency, which we did. And immediately after that, waiting for follow, now the regulations will for give effect to the state of emergency. Will for show how the state of emergency for function. Unfortunately, the Attorney General in one carry it and one by paper. We tell and say no, not to this been only happen in this country, not to this section 29 say, and we self not go accept them. Okay. So what we do as parliament and as members of parliament, now what we supposed to do, and it was right, now the procedure. Unfortunately, the Attorney General, as I say, I don't want for go personal because I know how you advise yourself, and by extension, he misadvise government, and government make them mistakes here. So up to this point where they talk to you, so from the opposition, and I believe say from parliament, we know say there are no regulations because they don't go lay for this morning. Just imagine the curfew where they be imposed. Let me say based on regulations, up to the point when they lift the curfew, so the regulation will come parliament. So whose regulation they use for implement the curfew? Well, you don't blame parliament for that because what we did was, as a parliament, we stood together again across the aisle, not to SLPP, APC, NGC, or CFOC. All of us were together in condemning the AG and making the position very clear. So some of who been on the parliament before, in the 80s, Abbas Bundu and IB Kagbo been there. In the 2000s, some of who been there. We don't go through the experiences and we try for share knowledge with them. But unfortunately, they been think otherwise. I just know one reason that they end up not for 10 in office.
Okay. All right. Thank you so much for clarifying that. And I hope, say, we viewers are able to understand, say, Parliament do their own part, government fail for do the remaining part. So now that's lead rules how we do so today. But Parliament's not get for go slap or beat government, then get their own rules and regulations. With
the government get the police, the government get the army, the government get the judicial. What are the arrest?
Right.
We they make law, now government they execute. So if you want to act for execute, we have a call for the intervention.
All right. Okay. Thank you. Thank you so much. So let's go now to national issues, and I think some of those you've responded to already, but I'll be specific again. As leader of the opposition, because we want to let the politics here, the people they hear from you, not to alter and they get this opportunity. Like how don't they chase you for over a year, forget this interview. Today I will lock you. They're not also T-boy.
You're very true, very true. And I still get one question the way they can move. We'll
get for doing a return match. We'll get for doing a return match. We're not going to exhaust that too much. So, as leader of the...
will respond to some of the questions, and in the future, when I will send them, then I will respond to them.
All right. So, as leader of the opposition, do you think Sierra Leone has progressed under the government of President Bio?
Definitely, as the position of opposition, no. Not just opposition, but even as Chericoco.
Why?
I don't believe so. Don't make any progress.
Why, sir?
Usai and Escoma left this country in 2007. Instead of moving forward, some areas then they were still static, others were moving backwards. Then we will tell you, say, we don't make advancements in the area of fighting corruption. All of us agree with that because there is more visibility, there are more actions, there are more activities, even though we still believe, say, they are sacred cows. There are issues the way then at the public domain, including the Chinese race, we then give for field school picking them. We all see Usai go and how we end. Some people and they will then call their name, say the rest pin at the hand, not to just investigate. We don't know if they investigate or not investigate them, but they were not charged. We don't know how they come up at the loop. And again, we're glad that they don't free Alpha Timo, but still we don't know how the rest go, how they shape the rest, and who that is receive the rest. So gaps are still there. We are making progress, yes, but the gaps are still there, and we need for continue for close them gaps in there. But apart from some of them few areas, then the police not they do well, the judiciary not they do well. We are not making progress. As a party, for instance, we get so many cases at the court where not to delay, they don't delay. They not even put them before judges them for me to listen to them. We know what happened by the petition cases then. The constitution they tell you say 4 months for dispose of a case. You take 1 year some months. You not dispose of the case, but you still can't remove with MPs them. Candidates in elections, in by-elections are 110. Then contestants and say APC don't they win. 1 grain center gets issue. And we know the people that we're going at the center. One of them, the picture show very clear, and a sitting government minister. Police not even invite them for go make statements. Instead, they arrest a sitting member of parliament. But for the intervention of parliament and the vice president, then the one for keep an cell. The minister in within a picture and video, all the ballot box up to the point where they talk to you. So they don't invite them. I'm not going to say sacred cows not been in the past because this is what it is. But visibly today, many things don't happen way under the Diaspora administration. It not before don't happen. We all know what TB don't do with people the way they flout the law. Plenty examples in there. Some very, very close to them. We know how I end up. So basically, I will tell you again, back to your question, as leader of the opposition and as Chericoco, we have not made any progress. In some areas, we are static, and others, we are moving backwards. Energy, for instance, the roads, then some of them on the damage, we not see repairs, and we not see the construction of 1 major road. 1. We don't want to know if at the north, or at the south, or at the east, but we want to see continuous development. Right. They will say that they make roads in McKinney, they don't talk about the roads where they make Nabu. They make roads in Cambia, they don't talk about the roads where they make Napujao. We know they compare, we just want development. We do the road from Kenema to Pendembu, first class. We expect them for complete the road now to Kailau. We don't sign the contract. We don't deploy. We don't get contractors. Just continue. Improve in what you meet. Not can go backwards.
All right. So then I'll come in according to waiting government and pro-government people they say. This development where you say not take place. APC, now then they suffocate the government. Government continue to complain that the opposition, APC, is not giving them a breathing space and the chance to govern. So now I make them able for develop. So now I don't open at the throats.
No, Juma. When you been young and free tongue, they go school, you be hearing they say, Papa government, Papa government.
Yes.
That's what they say?
Yes.
The SLPP suffocates the APC from 2007 to 18. But because we behave like Papa them, we live like Papa them, we not allow the suffocation to stop the development. We treat them like we picking them. We expect Papa government back today, not for allow picking for suffocate you. And Juma, we don't talk about plenty of things, the McKinney incident, the Tombo, similar things them, they don't happen in the past. But the way we handle them, the way we manage them, it's completely different from how they handle them now. I don't even know how we suffocate them. I tell you earlier, I think it probably have been the first question. I said we don't support over 90 or 95% of government programs. I tell you that.
Yes.
Almost all the bills, all the agreements, all the appointments, we don't go through Parliament. As a party, as an opposition, we don't support them, they don't go through. How we get you for support government? For going on street and clap your hand? No. Now for do the things the way they push them before. The loan agreement the way they count, the grant agreement, the agreement the way they count for when they count for investment, the laws the way they count for push government go before. Now that's what they expect we for do as members of the opposition. Not for going on Abacha Street or Shaka Street, they clap one, they sing. They say trust the process, power pass along go better. Not so we go sing that sing day. What in we they do now, we they do so and we continue for them. But I assure you, Juma, there is no way we will suffocate government because as members of the opposition, as I said, we are also part of the governance. And as a party, we lack Sierra Leone and Sierra Leoneans. So the best we can do now for continue for support this country.
All right. That will lead me. You mentioned Abacha Street. You mentioned, Shaka Stevens Street. Now let's talk about the real thing. We're concerned. This now, most of the things that you talk about, nothing there is something in a black and white way. They deal with policies, politics. And this now are the one way concern we the people, the economy.
We serve the people. We serve the people.
Yes, we not serve the people. So the SLPP government, under its new direction agenda, promised they will deliver the bread and butter economy for Sierra Leoneans. 3 years on, tell me if members of your constituency, if members in your own constituency don't benefit from this bread and butter package. Now, don't limit it to constituency 126, so I know they even go to the 7 million people first.
Juma, I hear some people in the talk a few days ago say, we talk about Lafidi and Pema, we not bread and butter. The bread and butter not ever work. Bread and butter are for the ordinary man and woman. The bread and butter still not work. If you see people then go for use slogan say, since the bread and butter no work, look at Pema or Lafidi. Now for sure you say, what in them they wait for and expect it no work. And you might not forget, constituency 126 shall come out in a part of the western urban. And plenty of people don't see them as say, western area. Na APC. So we don't get too much time for them people here. So for now, I get plenty of people in my constituency where they don't sack because they belong to the APC. I get plenty of people in my constituency who lost their jobs, Juma. As recent as a week ago, somebody go to me back and say they don't fire them. So if people and they lost their work, how they will get bread and butter? And then they lost their work because they don't get the capacity. Then they lost their work because they found themselves at the wrong party. The wrong party as far as the SLPP is concerned. And that party is the APC. We believe, say, Salon, now for we all. So the platform for also be level and even. When we be there in governance, we'll nobody choose between the north and the south, the east and the west. If you go to most of the offices, then they, plenty of people still live where they work there. We've been on the work day from 2007. They're not commodity because they not find themselves at the wrong party. The one they will end up for lost their jobs them, and the one they will find themselves at the wrong party. But we don't call on government, we don't call on the people that were key players for make them revisit that approach there. Because the only way we go achieve the bread and butter now when all man get the same space at the home.
Okay, thank you. We almost going to come to an end just now. I don't know if Chiboy get anything, but the next couple of questions, well, one question specifically get for do with things where you highlight right now, but I want for you let you be specific about get for do with safety, with security, and that's very important because the way things don't they go for a few months or over a couple of years now, it's like everyone is on edge. People are scared. People are apprehensive. A lot people they cry about safety, security, human rights, abuses, throughout Sierra Leone. Where do we go? Usa we don't go wrong as a country or as una politicians. Where have we gone wrong?
I read something today when they talk about when they try to compare Afrobarometer, the research, and that of the MCCU, completely poles apart. Again, this is not what in perception they do. But as a party, we still feel very, very intimidated. Very, very, very intimidated. But I will tell you, generally, the challenges then they come from the police and the judiciary. When you get institutions of states, we're supposed to protect we own lives and property, we're for they protect we own freedom and human rights. When we doubt or afraid them, the challenges then they increase. We don't see how they handle certain instances. I just mentioned the last by-election just on a 110.
Right.
As I say, the police then get the courage and confidence for arrest a sitting member of parliament. We've been there at the center, legitimately because they didn't get tagged for that particular station and center. But pictures then they will go around of a sitting minister. We're not being supposed to be at that station at that particular point in time. Up to this point where they talk to you, so the policeman invite them, they not talk to them for no questioning. And this is not just one in many, many instances. We see what happened recently in Makeni. Forgetting about the one they were arrest long ago for that generator incident. We believe, say, the police in hand, very, very strong at this point in time, but government will intervene and make sure, say, the police are part of the executive, a law enforcement body, for make them understand, say, for put the country together, it's as important as keeping the security and safety of people in this country. When you divide people, you divide society. When you bring people together, you put society together. It better you talk to your people the way they lead and make them understand what's in for do rather than trying to use high-handedness. So basically, plenty of people and they will feel intimidated. Plenty of people and they will not feel at peace and get confident. But come on, let me talk now. Look what happened at the judiciary quite recently with a lawyer. They give a judgment, they give an opinion all over the world. They go to they call judicial review, where judges like cannot get decision. People and they go sit down, they review them decisions and they go give opinion, they get law reports, and they get different things there. So for them, you say a citizen not get right for giving opinion to a decision that was going too far. But if they do that to a lawyer, to the point that in the time and then for they apologize. Just imagine that ordinary man and woman or me support and I get pump. You go forget past this is a lawyer. So not to just political activists them, a lot of people then they feel intimidated and then they get scared along the way.
What can be done now to at least give hope to the people?
As a party, from our own side, we continue for the dialogue with government because we believe in and respect the rule of law. We don't believe in violence. We don't support violence. We also engage them for continue for respect people and freedom and human rights. We get plenty of people way they behind bars for things that may happen in Tombo, in different other areas them, on Tonko Limba, or even a Freetown here, we involve public order offenses. And public order offenses, they're entitled to bail. But then people, they still lay behind bars, they're not able to get bail. We expect, say, for offenses that we're bailable. Why should you try the person for the offense? Why should you want to be sure, say, yes, the person guilty or not guilty, not punish them? Because if you keep the person behind bars for 6 months, 8 months, 1 year, then at the end of the day, you will find out, say, not guilty, you don't suffer for nothing. And public order offenses are bailable offenses. And for make the people enjoy their rights and for enjoy what in the law give them for them by way of protection. Okay. But we will continue to engage government, we're not going to stop. I even talked to the Attorney General today, we will continue to talk to them. We will engage various government actors there because Sierra Leone, we country in one small place where we all belong. And we believe that eventually we all go citizens while we continue to work together for the betterment of Sierra Leone.
All right, thank you so much. My own last major question here. After that, I'll go to T-Boy and then we round up. Issue we know we'll not talk about corruption. Corruption are the big elephant in the room, and governments come and say their own mandates, and we then come now for curb corruption, no sacred cow. Then they allow corruption for fights back. Then launch the transitional reports, lead to commission of inquiries where they go after, persons of interest. But now we don't hear so many accusations about corruption. And the Africanist press has been on a crusade every day, or every week. They're coming out with billions here, millions of dollars over there about corruption issues. But it seems as if nothing has been done. What do you have to say?
Well, basically, I agree with you. But first, let me go back to the commissions of inquiry.
Yeah.
Again, as I say, we opposed the commissions of inquiry upfront, not because we are against the fight on corruption, not because of that, but because of the procedures we then follow. There are no rules, and we see USA we don't reach now just because the rules not been there. And apart from the APC as a party, we get independent people there also. We've been going to the Supreme Court for ask for an interpretation of the section, so that they will tell you whether rules for there or not. But up to this point where they talk to you, so the Supreme Court no put 10 cases and they before any judge, they not listen to them, so we don't know what are the position of the Supreme Court. But as a party and as an opposition, we still believe, the procedures were flawed, they were wrong, and at this point, we will still tell you the same. And as a party again, we believe, the commissions of inquiry are a witch hunt. We just talk about the $1 million revenue in the 12 months. Also, it will cost you $200,000-$300,000, and we'll tell you $5 million. But we know the value, and the value himself no say we know them. So we hope, sense could prevail when the matters they also go on a court of appeal. The court of appeal, the SSF will move to them property here and make sure they get a credible value for value the property. Otherwise, it will be a continuous disgrace and shame to Sierra Leone, and they want the way involved in the business of valuing. But again, we talk about the Chinese guys who then give for them school picking them and what happened. The Africanist press, as you say, Mrs. said on the follow them publications them. And today, in the Parliament, the Speaker SSF will decide and will say all audit reports, Parliament for debate. This now audit reports. But beyond the audit report, the ACC gets various mechanisms that they can use. Probably they never investigate their cases here now. Me no know. Yourself no. Not all things they give publicity so when they do investigation. Because probably some of the investigations when they do if them publicize them, then we lost evidence along the way. So we wait and see, because we said they follow keenly. If it takes some time, we'll not see any steps, visible steps being taken, then definitely as an opposition, we will continue for join the crusade and raise the alarm bell. But for now, we listen and follow the process and wait and see what in the ACC will do. Because there is a distinction between allegation for corruption and audit findings. But that's not for this discussion, and I'm not going to talk about them now. But again, as I say, we'll wait for see what in the ACC will do. Okay.
Then, just a quick one. Your letter where you write to the Attorney General specific.
Yeah, I talked about that earlier. Basically, the Attorney General made a serious mistake with that letter where it is sent to the Auditor General. And he knows he make mistake. And from what I gather from backstage, I think he don't advise himself and then they try to correct the situation. I'm not being a choice I began for send the letter because as I said in the letter, I may have been chairman public accounts committee, but also may have been deputy speaker. And I may be beside the day when we passed the Public Financial Management Act in 2016. And I've been beside that day because we've been believe in public financial management. We believe in probity. So the speaker will ask me for preside based on the expertise in the PAC for make sure we get a good legislation we will come out. And today I will tell you one of the best legislations on public financial management at this part of Africa. So
Okay.
Mileta still did it, and as I said, we get a conversation after Mileta, and I sure say they don't advise themselves appropriately, and they take the appropriate steps.
All right, thank you for that. Tiboy, over to you quick, then we will round up. We don't overrun the Honorable today, but we try because we don't know when we will get time next. I hope so.
If I swing this over to me quick, this is not quick, but I get two specific questions. And I say I will apologize to the chat room because there are so many questions that we can't put all across right now.
I will keep them.
Yeah.
We'll definitely send it to you personally.
Help me moving forward.
Definitely.
Right.
But two specific questions for through to you. We come out of the chat room. This person, they say, "Dear Honorable, I would like to know what's your opinion regarding the recent elections in Guinea and Ivory Coast? And what is your advice regarding this trend towards third term in West Africa, especially in the French colonies? And how detrimental will that be to democracy in our region?" That's the first one. And the second one, we specifically are going for highlights to you. Now this one back, we say, "Honorable, if this government is not doing well, how comes they are having good score in the MCC?" I would just want to apologize to some of the chat room questions. Them I won't be able to ask all the questions, but those are the two strong ones where I feel to say we'll be able to get answers from you from, and I feel to say now my opinion for direct these two to you because of time we will not get to favor.
I will start with the last.
Okay, go ahead.
As I said just now, I compare the MCCU report to that of the Afrobarometer. Afrobarometer is a very credible institution. MCCU as well. And both of them, then based on perception. So we don't know where they go get them perception report from. That takes me back to the perception survey where they do on Parliament and accuse the entire Parliament. Say the perception outside say they're corrupt. If somebody else will do perception today, we say Parliament not corrupt. So they're not in perception, but they don't give their own views. But as a party and as an opposition, I don't say earlier and I repeat again, we no believe say this government they do as much as we expect them to do. They know they do well for achieve their scores and everything they get to. But coming back to your first question, me I'm a Democrat and I believe in respecting laws. I believe in respecting the Constitution. I don't talk about the Constitution over and over since we start. And I tell you, so even the areas that we get disagreements with government, the areas that within the attempt for go against the law, I don't really get differences. There is no way I will support third term in Guinea or in Cote d'Ivoire. I'm not going to support third term there because the constitution has not been called for third term. But on their own, they don't decide to go amend them. They amend their constitutions, then go do third term. I was supposed to lead the ECOWAS delegation to Cote d'Ivoire for the election observers. But because now a third term election, I turned it down. I did not go because I'm not a condoner. And I believe, say, the government as alone and all Sierra Leoneans not going to support a third term agenda because we believe in what the Constitution say and we will continue for respect them. So if you ask for my opinion, I will stop there because I'm a member of the ECOWAS Parliament. As I say, ECOWAS going to Cote d'Ivoire, then going to Guinea. I had my views and I voice them out to the ECOWAS. And what the greatest I'll be able to do for protest by not participating as a leader of the ECOWAS Observers Mission Delegation to the Cote d'Ivoire elections. But again, I assure you in Sierra Leone, the government and all Sierra Leoneans, we go respect the Constitution, we go respect the two-term agenda, and I go assure you, say nobody no go against them. But we're not going to reach that stage there after 2023, because the APC, they come back when the people of this country go vote out the SLPP because they're not able to deliver on the manifesto.
Okay, thank you so much. I see Femi Sefsef for the first time. They send me message say get question for the Honorable. Femi, quickly, what I mean? Speak up loud, please. Where you get your mic on.
Okay, Juma, can you hear me?
Yeah, go ahead.
Yes, so Honorable, thank you for joining us. I get one question no more. When APC come back na power, but if they come back na power 2023, what una go able to do for we not dey inside Sierra Leone at the moment? Because right now we not get access to Bokutin, then we not get access for votes. Pass if we travel and go, we not get access for even hold political office apparently. So we believe say we are very big contributors them to the economy of Sierra Leone. So wait till una get for Giwi if una come back in 2023 or whenever una come back into power.
Again, Femi, as I said earlier, 2023, we are coming back. The people are ready and then go vote in again in 2023. The ballot box to speak, and I believe say NEC will be impartial to make sure say in 2023, when the people then go down vote and vote in the APC, definitely we will come back in the State House and continue with development. Going specifically to your question on women and the diaspora, I would like to ask you a question, but this is not me for ask questions. So unfortunately, I'm not going to ask you a question, but I want you to think about this question when you did to yourself. What in we at the diaspora get in store and go able to do for Salone for change them? Like just like what in the diaspora don't do in Ghana, what in the diaspora don't do in Rwanda, what in the diaspora don't do in Ethiopia. So what in we could do as a diaspora for make Mama Salone look like how we want to see her. We don't need to answer me right now. But going back to your question, Femi, as I talk to you right now, we get a bill where all the three major political parties in the parliament, they co-sponsor. That is the NGC, APC, and the SLPP, where they talk about giving right to vote at the diaspora. Probably not going to achieve it now because it takes time because you see what happened with the Guinea, for instance, and the vote at the diaspora. A lot of issues arise on credibility. They say the ambassadors already they favor the government, blah blah blah, because until the other people parties are not able to get agents and for the credibility is one issue, but definitely we will try for work towards some. But most importantly, we will try for address this to same issue so that we will get people from the diaspora for contest for parliament. Like what they don't do before 2018, before some people trigger this debate here, so we cause this issue. And also for serve as ministers. But not forget, Femi, apart from being ministers for now, we definitely will try for work on the amendment. Not get me wrong. But apart from being ministers for now, all you need to contribute when they contribute so from the diaspora, you, Juma, and T-Boy, the Economan. Your contribution already gives so to Sierra Leone. Because when they help Sierra Leone for Musa on a day, and plenty more people they do similar things, but they expect more people to do more things. And we expect more people. We expect more people for do more things. But definitely, I want to assure you, T-Boy, the issue here is now, I want for me to be rest assured, say, the diaspora and an integral part of development, a key component on whatever we do in this country. But as I say again, until that point where we go successfully achieve the objective in addressing the Tusim issue, people from the diaspora, they serve now plenty other different offices. Where you say they need old political appointments. No, it's not true. We got plenty of people that we get to see when are ambassadors now, when are CEOs of major parastatals, and when they work on plenty other areas in governance. So not to just parliament and being ministers na the available slots. It's not less than 200 people in the country, 146 members of parliament, put all ministers together plus 50 or plus 60. It's a small number. Plenty other role they want to play. But definitely, be that as it may, we try to put a lot of zeal, energy, and urgency in ensuring and say we achieve the amendment of this important part of the Constitution where they forestall this to some issue.
Okay, thank you so much, Honorable. You don't try, we don't overload you with questions, we don't keep you longer than we bargained for. We hope Sedano will run you away next time we'll call, but we want to follow you, they come frequently. And sure say from the comments, people appreciate you very much that you're able to come talk to us about some issues that they're familiar with and some we don't can clarify today. And I know say some people will not watch, we'll continue for follow through. So as the end, what, as a leader of opposition, senior member of the APC, and a senior statesman, what would be your final message, particularly to your fans, the APC party, your comrades, and then the people of Sierra Leone? Because more so with the APC grassroots, people think, say, because of all waiting and they go through, feel, say, una still not they do enough as the leadership for stand up for them, for make sure, say, the impunity, the harassment, some of the issues that we don't mention, the Tombo, the McKinney, you know, the Tonko Limba, the Lumley incident and all that thing, and the when again for be enough. So what would be your message to them of assurance, of hope, and as a country? That's one. And I know I asked that question, but I'll still ask you because I don't float, and I see T-Boy balance. T-Boy don't balance. I will still ask you, do you have aspirations for 2023?
Thank you very much, Juma. And T-Boy.
Yes, Honorable.
Yeah, so they say you don't need float. I'm sorry, you send message.
No, well, you see,
a politician.
I get forgetting mandates to Juma when I'm the main host because right now today I'm dormant. So I get to push the question to her. Someday I push to her.
Basically, when they put me school, I've been for Lago University and graduate. So are they in politics for make positive changes and create impact on the lives of people? And if by being at the top, I go able to achieve them, as I said, I work with Dr. Samura Kamara, and the ticket we will get in 2018 is still intact. So they continue for work, as I said earlier. So yes, I am with him, and the ticket is on, and we'll continue to work on that. But coming back to the more important question, Juma.
Yeah.
Last message to members of the APC, more so the rank and file. They ask them for continue for exercise patience, because so far the party don't do a fantastic job. We don't provide leadership. There are many challenges, definitely, but then look at the pluses where we don't achieve so far. Always when you watch for negatives, always look for the positives as well. And in this case, I shall say, the positives far outweigh the negatives. And slowly we will achieve the objectives. Now that's make by 2023, it go easy for we for coming governance. And to the party, generally, they ask we all for continue for maintain this peace and unity where we don't practice, and make sure say we continue for practice and again moving forward, because not only with a united front, a united team, we will make 2023 an easy win over the SLPP. Then to the people of Sierra Leone, let we continue for be patriotic. Let we put Salon Pantap all what we really do. And that means say, even when we criticize, let we not criticize because we don't like Juma in color or T-Boy in face. Let we criticize because we believe in justification day. Anything where we talk, no back up with evidence. And when we're not sure, let we engage in conversations rather than trying to be assertive or conclusive. Because when you're not sure, then you conclude or assert, you know, they just things, you know, they help the person the way you type of bad mouth, but by extension, you know, they help the country. The country need plenty hands on deck, but the hands that what we need are the hands that way they make, not to the one that way they can pour. So I want to tell them plenty thank you, and ask that let God continue for bless, promote, and provide for Sierra Leone and Sierra Leoneans.
All right. Thank you so much, Honorable. We appreciate you very much. I just want to remind you one statement where you make 2018. We get an opportunity for interview before you go vote. We ask you, what's your question? What's your message to the people the way they go vote today? And your statement was, election, they come and go. We they done for votes, then go declare a winner, but you and your neighbor go still remain neighbor, you and your family go still remain family. That's
always very important. We don't ever lose sight of that fact today. Because if we do, then we don't exist as Sierra Leoneans. You they support Arsenal, me they support Manchester United. But we are brothers. T-Boy, I don't know if I Tottenham or...
Now, Crystal Palace. Not the tax you like.
Crystal Palace. Now, Crystal Palace they support.
Okay.
I'm very local to home.
Now, I can team Crystal Palace. So
yes. and Femi Liverpool.
Look at Liverpool if I then they Chelsea in London, you go support Liverpool. You know himself. That well team there.
Yeah.
Sorry, honorable.
I need to support Old Edwardians Football Club because I'm a true Edwardian.
Honorable, you want to tell me now say if it's waiting class for you, no problem.
I want to tell me say grammar school and team be don't get no
grammar school like a football team now. One get sportsman and again at the whole of grammar school. Then they run, then they play ball, then they do cricket, then they do all things one game. So since we left the school, grammar school again at again.
Only that T-Boy Solo left Honorable like conclude the logo.
Thank you.
Yeah, thank you so much. We appreciate you, viewers. That was Honorable Cherno Ramadan Majuba, leader of the opposition and a senior APC politician. We get an opportunity for an exclusive interview. He talked about a lot of things from the party, from parliament, then to national issues, but we're not able to exhaust all things because the issues them boku for talk about. And some of them possibly not for this platform. We specifically get for do with Parliament, and I hope so now go forgive we, but we'll send the questions them to them in quiet time. It will look through the chat group and hopefully it will respond to una individually, or it will can say, you know what, I need to come back on another program for let we address some of them comment here so on the issues here. Before we go, I'll go tell Nasi tomorrow we there so which we health show. We're discussing prostate cancer. And on Saturday,
Sorry, Juma, tomorrow is Wednesday, you know?
Oh, sorry. I'm so sorry. Tomorrow Wednesday, seen at the OLE. Tomorrow Wednesday, we get a big program now, so with a matured guest, international. We're going to do a follow-up on the U.S. elections. We want to see if there are any lessons African government can learn from this concluded election. So join me, it's going to be explosive. We'll get big international guests and also for talk to we. And on Thursday, we have the health show. We'll be discussing prostate cancer. And on Saturday, we're launching, one artist, but we will send on the information on that. Then we'll go to Femi, he gets an announcement we want for make, and we go say tata to now. Over to you, Femi.
Hi, Juma. Thank you. First of all, I'd like to say thank you to Honorable. As soon as Honorable talk about me grammar school, and instead of not say we school be always better pastor you. I think it's Academy de Mango. I've known Honorable for a long time, and I can attest to una all we the watch. He's indeed an honorable man. He's always been a charismatic guy, a good leader, a good friend, and we believe say we go to watch in footsteps them and see Usa Iwango. Some of we go support him, some of we not go support him. But if we don't, then it still not take anything away from the man. Nah, real good man and a blessing to the country, I believe. But before I say goodbye to now all, Juma don't make all the announcements there. So they left one of the main one we can't through me. Anyway, as now all know say na Gamma School I go, and I want plug a few things every Gamma School they do for education at Sierra Leone. So before lockdown or before this COVID issues them they do a lot of fundraising in the way. Then they provide scholarship for picking them for can with school and other thing them. But because COVID don't can now, they we not get the ability for fundraise as much as we've been able to do before. So now we ask people and for join me in the virtual world. You know, then they come up with a virtual concert at on the 20. Oh gosh, I don't forget the date. So on the 29th of November, then get a virtual fundraising concert, and also then they work with the London Marathon for next year, and then they look for runners them we go run and represent grammar school and raise money. So if you intend for help education in Sierra Leone and in particular grammar school boys them, reach out to we or reach out to Gamma School and the old boys, and then we'll show you how you can contribute. Any little bits can do. 5 pongo, 1 pongo, $1, $10, $1,000, 1,000 pongo, whatever you have, it will help with education in Sierra Leone. So Juma,
thank you so much.
I had a big party for all that day, but I had to do it unless I think somebody before don't go ring me neck.
And that is just a testament to the question where the Honorable may ask you, waiting the diaspora they do for Sierra Leone. You don't have to go and build a bridge, do bigger things, but helping education is key. So if all boys now the UK or wherever they raise funds for help, elevate other people, is a good cause to support. Thank you so much, Femi, for that. And until tomorrow, me, Juma Ba, on behalf of the team, they say ta-ta.
Thank you.
Currently, I'm a self-taught coding beginner. I develop websites and basic applications. We had an opportunity to meet the Vice President and the First Lady. They were so surprised at what we were doing. They were excited to see that pupils in Sierra Leone could actually do what we were doing back then. I've been interested in science and technology since I was 11. I was really curious to know about what was going on behind those games I was playing. What is behind the scenes? And I was interested. I googled it up and I searched and I saw coding. So I was really curious to know what it was all about. An up-to-date STEM lab. It gives us all what we need to make us comfortable, to make us feel like we are being supported, to motivate us to do more. The coding club is new. As time goes on, more people will be interested in what coding is all about. Coding is one of the tools of innovation. Innovation is what people have been using to solve problems before. It's what we need to solve problems that we're facing now. Innovation comes in different aspects, different areas. Or one way we can innovate, or one area we can innovate in is technology. And coding empowers us with knowledge we need to innovate in terms of science and technology.
Our aim is to teach our pupils to be creative, critical thinkers, to be innovative, and to become the new entrepreneurs of Sierra Leone and Africa, moving the African continent beyond the 21st century.
Jobs are going to change. The nature of work is going to fundamentally change.
We realize companies are starting to hire on skills and not degrees.
Currently, I'm a self-taught coding beginner. I develop websites and basic applications. I've been interested in science and technology since I was 11. An up-to-date STEM lab gives us what we need, the tools, motivates us to do more.
The Scholarship and Innovation Working Group from Old Boys Association has been working with both Reverend Canon Ken Davis and Canon Lashite to see how they can increase science and STEM at the school.
STEM is important because pupils can learn how to solve real-world situations and pursue careers in web development, artificial intelligence, robotics, chemical engineering, and the sky is the limit to what a pupil can do.
So our vision for the future entails computing capability that would create a STEM innovation lab to provide all students with practical, engaging, and self-learning opportunities to gain digital skills.
One of the use of the microbit is to test for science experiments. In the case of agricultural science, we want to test for the soil. You can download information about the type of soil on your computer, and then you take the microbit, download the information on the microbit.
STEM gives us the knowledge, gives us the capacity. With the science, the technology, engineering, and mathematics, it helps you to be able to prepare for the future, to be able to earn your place in the future workplace.
The coding club is new, and we only have a few members for now. And very soon we will have a big coding club.
Let us give the young people the tools to become critical minerals or miners of their thoughts and ideas that will develop our countries, and also for them to play their part in creating a conceivable world.
All donations are appreciated, and all funds raised will go towards the development, implementation, and management of this first of a kind digital STEM lab in Sierra Leone. Sierra Leone Grammar School, empowering students for tomorrow's world.
As we talk about burning issues ranging from politics to the economy, culture to sport, education to entertainment, corruption to the environment, we realize the Sierra Leone story is far from finished. So, Sierra Leone Media Production brings you Zoom In. Zoom In is the program that engages everyday people, entrepreneurs, inventors, entertainers, activists, policymakers, and politicians to discuss and debate issues relating to Sierra Leone. Zooming In digs deep into the issues and stories. Zooming In ensures the debate is pushed to another level. Zooming In asks those questions that has never been asked before. So, join us, host Chumaba.
For all Salon people and them party them. Sierra Leone Media will be bringing you a variety of programs ranging from documentaries to discussions, interviews, news, views, sports, and entertainment. Our programs will contain matters on development, governance, the economy, and issues that are of importance to Sierra Leone. So, no left BNO because we get Bebe program then like Salon discussion, meets the ministers, the president's hour, and the Gladi program. Look me, I look you. All this they start soon na www.sierragemedia.org. Now who's tem these?
When I was young, a lot of things were different. Unfortunately, most of the differences seen now are heartbreaking and are not good at all.
Before now, men were strong protectors of the weak, fathers, brothers, lovers, sons. Their mere presence guaranteed the safety of women and children.
But what do we do now?
Men harassing and raping women.
Men sexually abuse little girls.
Men battering and killing their wives.
Any form of sexual assault, be it rape, sexual abuse, or pedophilia, is a killer to human self-esteem.
Women should stop dying in silence.
Speak now.
The rapist should be stigmatized, not the victim.
I think death sentence should be the consequence of such terrible act.
And you mothers, build confidence in your children, put trust in them, listen to them when they make reports, and take necessary actions.
Talking of mothers before now, women were virtuous.
They were mothers, daughters, and sisters.
Nurturing, counseling, supporting their men folks.
But now, women are trafficking female children for money.
Women are forced to be silenced.
All this must stop, and it must stop now.
Real men do not abuse, rape, or molest women and children. It is barbaric, unacceptable.
Let all real men stand with us.
Together, let's say an emphatic no to rape, sexual abuse, pedophilia, and domestic violence.
Of all the crimes committed against a person, rape is the one that leaves the person feeling very violated. A rape victim is often left with the feeling that a part of them has been torn apart.
To use another person's body and ignore the soul that resides within is one of the most outstandingly shocking crimes that one person can commit against another.
Some men harass and rape their women.
Some men sexually abuse underage girls.
Some men beat and kill their wives.
Any form of sexual assault is unacceptable.
There must be consent before you act.
Being in a relationship is not consent.
If they are not sober, they can't consent.
Flirting is not a consent.
We had sex before is not consent.
Silence is not consent.
Only an informed, sober, freely given, ongoing and enthusiastic yes is consent.
Women should stop dying in silence.
A man does not become a real man by physically dominating a woman. A man becomes a real man by loving, protecting, and respecting the woman.
Real men do not rape or abuse women and children.
Let all real men stand with us. And together, let's say no to child abuse, no to domestic violence, no to all forms of rape, being it spousal rape, intimate partner rape, child sex abuse, statutory rape, date rape, serial rape, and gang rape.
We must rise up against this ugly trend. Justice for one, justice for all.
All sexual assault must stop, and it must stop now.
I was raped multiple times by my aunt's boyfriend when I was 6.
I was repeatedly raped at the age of 8 by a close family member.
I was raped at 19. I didn't speak openly about it because I was ashamed and afraid that people would judge me.
I was raped at age 5 by my caregiver's husband.
On June 17th, 2020, 5-year-old Khadija Sakho, a beautiful little girl from Freetown, Sierra Leone, was repeatedly raped and strangled to death, allegedly by her own cousin. Her death shocked the nation. But in truth, in this small West African country, 9 out of 10 girls experience some form of sexual violence in their lifetime. Think about that for a second. 9 out of 10. That's 90%. My name is Aisha Sase. I'm a journalist and activist. I'm joining forces with Idris Elba and other activists from across Sierra Leone to support the survivors of sexual violence with the Survivors Solidarity Fund. Please consider donating whatever you can afford. All monies raised will go to 4 local organizations currently providing free medical and legal services to survivors. 5-year-old Khadija lost her life to sexual violence. That same threat remains for millions of others. So this is also a call for you to use your voice, your power, to draw attention to an enduring culture of rape. Together, we must end it now. My name is Aisha Sase. I am Khadija Sako.
I am Khadija Sako. I am Khadija Sako.
I am Khadija Sako.
I am Khadija Sako.
We are Khadija Sako.
We are all Khadija Sako.
Yes, this na term for all Salon people and them party them. Sierra Leone Media will be bringing you a variety of programs ranging from documentaries to discussions, interviews, news, views, sports, and entertainment. Our programs will contain matters on development, governance, the economy, and issues that are of importance to Sierra Leone. So, no left BNO because we get Bebe program then like Salon discussion, meets the ministers, the President's Hour, and the Gladi program. Look me, I look you. All this they start soon na www.sierragemedia.org. Now who's term these?
As we talk about burning issues ranging from politics to the economy, culture to sport, education to entertainment, corruption to the environment, we realize the Sierra Leone story is far from finished. So, Sierra Leone Media Production brings you Zoom In. Zoom In is the program that engages everyday people, entrepreneurs, inventors, entertainers, activists, policymakers, and politicians to discuss and debate issues relating to Sierra Leone. Zooming In digs deep into the issues and stories. Zooming In ensures the debate is pushed to another level. Zooming In asks those questions that has never been asked before. So, join me, host Chumaba.